best when the curtain falls. Risk it all, hold nothing back. Seize the day, we must attack. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take it all. Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call? We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of the world that we defy. A solar ray of the few who rise up high. And we all fight at the last Can we bring to fall the giants? 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 We are the ones to ignite the darkened skies. The champions of the world that we defy. A solar ray of the few who rise up high. And we all fight at the Wanna join me? Come and play, but I might shoot you in your face. Bombs and bullets will do the trick. What we need here is a little bit of panic. Do you ever wanna catch me? Right now I'm feeling ignored.
There's a fire that burns inside. It's an instinct that never lies. The target's tattooed between our eyes. Stand and fight under the lights on the higher stage. A part of your life they can't take away, just like the blood running through your veins. Everyone's watching through your eyes. There's only two options: win or die. Win or die. Win or die. It went from a spark to an open flame. Now destiny's calling out your name. So reply, so reply. And ignite. There's a power that's underneath, and you can't see it till you believe. On the edge of infinity, feel the rush under the lights on the higher stage. A part of your life they can't take away, just like the blood running through your veins. Everyone's watching through your
Internet, hello, and welcome to OKLCS Season 3 Gold Cap Playoffs.
Yep.
We've got our 4 best Gold Cap teams for you here today. Starting off with the number 2 seed, Thunder Buddies for Life, up against number 3 seed, Oklahoma Rift Turtles, best of 3 format.
Right.
And it looks like they're already in Champion Select, so we'll go ahead and
Yeah.
pop over to that.
All right.
The Thunder Buddies have actually opted for Red Side in Game 1 as the number 2 seed, which we haven't seen a lot of teams opting for Red Side when they get to pick.
There are, there
And
are
there are
slightly,
advantages.
there's always been the advantage of getting that counter pick for maybe mid lane or top lane.
Yeah.
Or
Additionally, you get the
the
2 picks.
Yeah, yeah.
You can pick up 2 power picks. Additionally, ever since the implementation of 10 ban system, a lot of people say, "Oh, Red Side's overpowered." You get to pick a champion, and then you get to ban 2 champions, and then you get to pick another champion. You get to do 4 things that your opponent literally can't do anything about.
Yeah, and so I think ever since the implementation of the esports kind of thing, it actually kind of balanced out red side versus blue side, left it to sort of preference and strategy.
Yeah. So we do have our on the blue side number 3 Oklahoma Rift Turtles, and number 2 Thunder Buddies for Life. They've banned away Zed, Darius, and Sejuani. So
I think Sejuani has been a pick for the Thunder Buddies
I recommend
during the regular season. She was reworked. Probably didn't stop them from, didn't stop them from playing her. She honestly just only got better after the changes.
Mm-hmm.
Higher skill cap than before, for sure, but
Yeah.
a lot more potential.
A lot of people at high levels of play, they don't really like Sejuani as a jungler.
Uh-huh.
They love Sejuani as a top laner.
They do.
It's just because she offers a lot to a team, but she clears slower. She's not a very high tempo jungler. So they're like, hey, we want this on our team, but we want a better jungler. So top lane, that'll work.
Top lane. Okay.
Anyway, and the other pick, the other ban away, Caitlyn, Zac, and Lulu. Those are just generally very strong picks. And the Rift Turtles will take away Shen as their first pick up in the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, Shen in any organized play is always a good pick.
Yeah.
He does all right in solo queue, despite, people having a hard time having synergy with your ult. They don't know when you're going to ult. It seems kind of random to them.
Yeah.
But in organized play, in organized play, you've got that global pressure. You know that if any situation breaks out where Shen could be needed, they can call for Shen. He can instantly ult. He can be on top of them. Their AD carry, who has low health, will continue chasing you after you try to retreat because they know that Shin's about to come in. Much more effective in organized play. And it makes as long as that ult's up, it makes any 3v3 a 4v3.
Yeah. And Thunder Buddies, they'll respond with Kennen and Graves. And that Kennen, more than likely top lane, but we have seen a few AD carry Kennen in LCS this week, actually. So could potentially be a flex pick if the Thunder Buddies opt for that. They also pick up the Graves, like we were talking about. Graves a little bit lower in priority as a jungler at high levels of play, but it's still very good at clearing the jungle very effectively. Rift Turtles, they'll respond. They pick up the Karma, probably for the support role, and Hecarim as the jungle. And Hecarim Shen, really good combo.
Yeah,
a lot of people really like that.
The champions like Shen and Galio, they're like their ults are pretty defensive, like inherently. But if you have somebody on your team who can really get on top of the enemy, you can use it as to enhance and engage. Yeah, you can use it to enhance and engage by making your Zac or Hecarim or some champion like that not just be delivering themselves, but also be delivering a Galio ult or a Shin ult or something like that.
And then Thunder Buddies will pick up a Nautilus, which is I just because they have the Kennen, I mean, this is kind of a double flex you've got here.
Yeah, Nautilus could go probably topper support. It could jungle, even though it's more likely to be topper
Graves
support.
Is already the jungle lock-in,
unless somebody's going AD carry Graves.
Nautilus won't be going in the jungle this game, but it could be top lane, and that means that the Kennen would be
Kennen could be
or
mid.
It could be Nautilus support.
I don't think people play the AP version of Kennen much these days.
Yeah. Even if they do, it's still better top lane than it is mid lane. Thunder Buddies, with their second round of bans, ban away Lucian and Orianna, take away another AD carry option from the Rift Turtles. Then they lock in the Syndra to deny they essentially denied Orianna and Syndra from Oklahoma Rift Turtles mid laner, and then Rift Turtles have banned away Zed. I don't know if he plays Zed.
I think we have seen Kamina play Zed before.
Wait, now okay, so if they lock in this Bard, however,
Karma mid.
Nope. Oh no,
Might not be.
They're trolling us.
So Ari mid,
Ari
Karma
mid.
support. We haven't seen the AD carry pick come out yet.
Yeah, they've been denied both Caitlyn and Lucian by the bans from Thunder Buddies for Life. So maybe Ashe, maybe Varus, good utility AD carries. If you wanted a hyper carry, you'd go Jinx or Twitch, which I completely
Jinx
slipped
or
my
Twitch,
mind.
both hyper carries, both solid hyper carries.
Twitch is also just excellent. Look, and they've got a nice double shield comp for the Twitch.
Yeah. No, Karma Shin, that's pretty solid protection for, any hyper carry. Ari's going to be pretty mobile. Hecarim's just...
And that's what I was talking about. It's the Kennen AD carry, because Nautilus is going into the top lane with a support Zyra on the side of Thunder Buddies for Life. So this is going to be very interesting. It's a very high damage, really lane bully lane for Thunder Buddies with Zyra Kennen.
Yeah.
Twitch.
When somebody does go the AD carry Kennen, do they stick to kind of the split push strategy that made AD Kennen top kind of a thing, or do they?
I didn't watch any of the games. I just know that
you just know a Kennen AD carry got picked.
And Reckless from Fnatic is particularly known for his Kennen AD carry.
Yeah.
And most of the time I think he goes. I mean, his first two items are starkly similar to like how you build top lane Kennen with Blade Runons.
Yeah.
And then I didn't pay attention to see whether he went for Frozen Mallet or if he went for
Yeah.
more
Well,
traditional AD carry builds.
let's see what Kamina goes this game.
Yeah.
We'll see if he goes for just, the Blade Runans, or if he goes for some other build.
Like, I don't know. Maybe you could fit a crit build in there after the Runon's Hurricane. Maybe you could just go more on hit oriented than like top lane cannon. Like top lane cannon, you kind of go on hit with Blade, Runon's Frozen Mallet, but that's more of like a tanky chase build rather than on hit just damage.
Yeah, Runon's recently did have the change where it doesn't have an on hit of its own anymore.
Yeah.
But it does have more damage on the bolts. It went from 0.2 or 0.25 to like 0.4.
Yeah, so that inclines you, if you're building Runons, to build more towards
AD.
the AD,
Which,
build the Infinity Edge.
ever since its little rework, Bork has had more AD. So it probably does synergize with Runan still pretty decently.
Yeah.
Well.
And obviously it still applies
does
to
it-
Blade of the Ring King on hit.
Yeah. Does it... I know for Caitlyn, they made it to where her the bolts did
actually
not
still
generate her
stacks-
headshot.
It still stacks Kennen's W.
Seems hypocritical, but
Yeah,
okay.
it is really strange, but it does still stack
I
Kennen's
did see
W.
that Riot intends to have nerfs for Kennen on in 7.13, so that could potentially be one of them,
Yeah.
since it does help him stack that up to get those enhanced autos pretty quickly. And since they just removed that feature from Caitlyn, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if
that
they'll
is a
leave it
little
on
strange.
Kennen. But if they're intending nerfs for him and his most popular build is the AD build, then I could see that being an easy.
That would be a pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
But like both for the sake of balance and consistency.
But yes, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I think that'll probably be the change we see to him. But for now, it does still stack.
The Kennen still stacks W off of Runons.
That'll be pretty strong.
Yeah, and I mean Kennen's as a AD carry kind of pick is kind of inclined to build AD because of that W passive. Doesn't it have
It has an AD ratio. I think
high AD
it
ratio.
starts at 0.4, and by the time you finish maxing it out, the enhanced autos have a 0.8 AD in like bonus
It's a
damage.
lot.
And I
Yeah.
think it deals that damage as magic damage.
I think you're right.
That might be the case. I can't remember. Makes him very hard to itemize against because even though he's not building AP, his Q, his E, his W, and his R all have base magic damage. That W passive, I believe, is dealing its damage in magic damage, and the more attack speed he has, the more of those enhanced autos he gets off. And those empowered autos, they hurt quite a bit because they have that large AD ratio, like we mentioned, and again, magic. And then he's got the Bork on hit, which is physical. The AD damage itself from the auto attack is physical. It makes it pretty hard to itemize against.
Yeah, Tormented has actually opted for a Summoner Barrier rather than the Summoner Heal we've seen so often on AD carries, and I'm not an AD carry, so I don't know, but I've not seen this in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, what would be the reasoning for it? Just doesn't want to die to Morello Namicon Syndra ult? That's the only thing I can think
That's
of.
a possibility.
Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure Syndra does pretty much go Morello at the start of every game.
Syndra's not gone for that Gunblade Lichbane combo.
Not
just
yet. Not yet.
Yeah, but we'll go ahead, transition over to our first game of the day between the Rift Turtles and Thunder Buddies for Life. This is your number 3 seed up against your number 2 seed. And we'll be in loading screen.
Yeah, I'm going to move this fan. I think it might be blowing on the mic a smidge, so I'm going to straighten that out.
Let's see. Nothing too interesting in terms of keystones. The only odd off summoner that we see is really the Summoner Barrier from the AD carry on the side of the Rift Turtles.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna mess with it.
Yeah.
until-
Once the game, it has us kind of in limbo here before it starts the game up. Yeah, we got through the loading screen. We're waiting for them to also get going. And then if we were to arrange those now, as soon
would
as
just
it actually
reset.
started, it resets them back. So we have to wait a minute.
There
There
we
we go. Now let's get these straightened out.
Okay. So wait, they're already lined up. Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, and they're off. They're starting pretty grouped and heading the same direction. That makes me think that they're probably going to go for a level 1 invade.
Yeah, they have actually got. I mean, with Zyra and Nautilus, that's a really strong
Yeah.
level 1 Oh, but they split a little bit.
Split
They're
off
like,
a little bit. Maybe they're just looking to hold the bot side jungle. Maybe
Oh,
catch
they're just. I think they were just anticipating the invade from
the invade
Rift
from the
Turtles,
enemy.
maybe.
Yeah, because it looks like they're camping a bush defensively rather than really pushing for an engage.
Yeah.
Looks
Both-
like they don't see them, bum rush it. So it looks like they're just gonna pan out, make sure
Got
they're
it.
not invading.
both AD carries, starting with that Doran shield, just such a strong item. Thankfully, getting nerfed next patch.
Yeah, Doran's Ring also getting nerfed next patch.
Make it so that you can't just stack those on
Yeah,
on top lane AP tanks.
It was very dumb. It just gave them endless sustain. But that's beside the point. On this patch, you can still, on a champion like Nautilus, for instance, build 2 to 3 Doran's Rings. It lets you use your abilities pretty recklessly without falling too behind in mana, which is really important for those tanks that use the mana like that, because some of their mana can go towards mitigating damage, which lets them just continuously trade. Nautilus, just every time his shield's off cooldown, trades, uses all his abilities to win the trade, and then he passively farms up afterwards to try and get that mana back using the rings. And that same goes for, stuff like Gragas, who can have their passive regenerate their health every time they use an ability. Stuff like that.
One thing that we'll point out immediately is Deranged on Graves Jungle has started end of the line, which if you're starting Raptors, you start end of the line, but if you're starting a buff, you should start Quick Draw. It's actually better for your clear to
Get the attack speed and the resistance.
It's not I don't think it's attack speed, is it? I don't think Quick Draw gives attack speeding. It's a reset.
Okay, sorry, right. It's a reset, and it doesn't reload? Does it reload you?
It gives you one bolt.
One bolt. Okay.
It gives you one of your bolts, and it resets your auto attack. So that's generally actually better for
Helps your single target damage.
Yeah,
the most.
it helps your single
And it
target
gives you
damage.
the resistances.
Yeah, and the resistances. That's the more important part of starting the quick draw. It shouldn't hurt his clear too much. He's naturally going to be a faster jungle clear champion than Hecarim. He's already cleared 2 of his camps, or 3 of his camps rather. Hecarim's still finishing up those wolves. And they'll hit their buffs just about the same time. Kamina gonna get rooted up by Brimstone's W right there. Tormented, putting a lot of good damage onto Kamina with the Contaminate. Tormented avoids being stunned by Kamina.
Yeah, I think.
Kamina taking a lot of damage.
on the
Brimstone nicely sidesteps the Grasping Ridge from the Dark Dud. So thankfully, they've got the Doran shield start. They're going to be able to sustain themselves up.
Yeah.
It makes bot lane very fun and interesting. Oh, but here comes Legit for the first gank. Sutanri is very far away from his tower. There's the Shadow Dash, taunts him up. Sutanri still running away, but the Rift Turtles, we don't have enough damage for this. Dark Dud taking a lot of damage. Tormented contaminates. It's not enough to take out the Dark Dud. Kamina almost going to get the stun off onto Tormented, but not quite.
Yeah, this Twitch Karma bot lane is actually harassing the enemy bot lane quite a lot. It seems like Kamina is just sort of getting outranged in a lot of these, not really getting his damage in. But he's kind of being kept at bay by the Karma route.
And Brimstone is putting down a lot of damage with those mantraed Qs. Kamina will actually, however, pull ahead in CS, assuming that he picks up all the CS under tower. Ooh, just misses one. This is really
Despite
good.
being all
This is
harassed,
actually
though.
really good by Brimstone to walk over to the side, get a ward in, and then take the Blast Cone out. That denies Derange the Blast Cone over the side.
And then keeps him from,
Have a little bit of a lag there.
As a support, you want to ward deep, but now with the blast cones, warding deep gives you the risk of they're going to come right into that bush, And so you take out the blast cone, that doesn't become an option for them if they want to go over that wall.
Yeah, and see, they spotted out Deranged on his way down already. They pinged him out, and Deranged is going to lose a little bit of jungle efficiency there. Legit actually counter-jungling on his top side as well, knowing that Deranged is in the bottom lane. I don't think he found anything, but we'll have that knowledge of when those camps are spawning.
Yeah. Which is, pretty helpful in its own right.
Oh, but here comes
Graves
Deranged.
coming
He's
in.
wrapped around all the way through the try. The flash grasping roots from the Dark Dead. Catch Brimstone. Brimstone now taking a lot of damage. Exhaust goes down into Deranged, but also onto Tormented. He's going to get stunned up here pretty soon by Kamina. Needs to land the last Q, but he will make it out just in time. The Dark Dead takes a tower shot for his trouble.
I really think that gank could have been a kill or a double kill had Kamina flashed. I know he didn't want to burn a summoner, but after the Dark Dead flashed,
Yeah.
he could have made it worth it and secured at least one kill by flashing himself.
Well, at the very most, they probably would have gotten the flash out of the Rift Turtles, is all. Because the Rift Turtles, all they burned there was the exhaust. So actually, in the end...
Maybe Dark Dead shouldn't have flashed.
yeah. In the end, the Rift Turtles actually come out ahead in terms of summoners. And waste some of Deranged's time, so it's even more so. In the top lane, Sutan-Ri is opening up a decent CS. Oh, Dark Dud is found legit. He jumps into him with the Courage of the Colossus Shield, dodges away from the Grasping Roots. In Dark Dud has no flash because of that attempted
Yeah,
gank.
that attempted his attempt to secure the kill.
So it will be first blood over to the jungler of the Rift Turtles. Double to taking some damage. Good Shadow Dash onto Sutan-Ri, but I don't think he really wants this one. There's a lot of minions there.
Ooh, these
Dredge
minions
line
are gonna
from
make him
Sutan-Ri. Yeah, double dose, taking a lot of damage. At the Rift Turtles, bottom lane will recall. Happy with that gank success. Both 80 carries, I think, will be going for the Blade of the Rune King. Just based on what champions... Yeah, the Bilgewater Cutlass, and then on the other side, Vamp Scepter and a Dagger. Tormented and Brimstone doing a pretty good job for themselves in this lane.
If I'm not mistaken, the old Doran Shield would reduce the damage you took from minions by that flat amount from each of their auto attacks.
I don't know.
Or would it only work on champions?
I want to say it only works on champions, but I could be wrong. I never built
No,
that item.
I know. I'm trying to remember. If that's the case, though, I mean, the changes to Doran Shields were great, or changes to Doran Shield were great, but trading in a minion wave would be, you take more damage than you're used to. If you are someone like Shin, who probably did take Doran Shield even when it was a little bit weaker.
Yeah, I mean, Sutan-Ri, he's got a 50% CS lead over Dumbledore right now. Decent CS lead opening up for Iceman in the mid lane as well, so it's gonna be solo laners versus the 80 carries in terms of who's ahead in this game. It looks like Sutan-Ri will not be going for that triple Doran's Ring start. He's already picked up that Spectre's Cowl. Oh, Brimstone flashes for the root onto the Dark Dead, who has no flash! Still, Onslaught of Shadows comes in and Tormented picks up a kill for himself. Good game from Legit and really nice setup from Brimstone. I'm really like seeing the Karma flash preemptively with the W.
I mean, especially when you know that the Zyra does not have flash.
Yeah.
And your jungler's coming in with Ghost and ult.
Legit with another good gank into the bottom lane. Brimstone with some really nice setup. Iceman stuns up. Can't kill a knot with the Scatter the Weak. Brimstone roots him up, and Kamina is getting spray and pray. Tormented, not quite gonna have the damage after
He
the
tries to get
contaminate.
off that last auto contaminate, leaves him with about, what is that, 100 health?
He does survive, but he did burn his flash. Dredgeline's gonna pull in double dose. Sutan-Ri putting down some damage. Iceman really starting to bully out. Can't kill a knot, but he misses the Scatter the Weak stun. Can't kill a knot. Trying to answer back.
Well, so far, the Rift Turtles bot lane and jungler are ahead, whereas Thunder Buddies mid lane and top lane are ahead.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage on a Can't kill a knot. Scatter the Weak not quite gonna stun him
That
up. Good
charm definitely saved his life. That R click was about to come out of Iceman. The charm let...
Oh, double though, he dashed in, but he didn't get his Spirit's Refuge on himself.
Yeah, slight gold lead in favor of Rift Turtles because of those 2 kills, but there are CS leads for the solo laners.
And you see Brimstone moving up towards the mid lane because he knows, oh, my mid laner's about to get killed. I need to be up here. Maybe get ready to shield him.
Now, this Nautilus does have his ultimate available. He's looking to maybe try and help take
Legit's
down
gonna
the
find
Ari.
Sutanri on his way back up to top lane, taking some damage. I think Sutanri can actually win this one, but not if Can't Kill or Not charms him up. They're looking for a Scatter of the Weak, doesn't stun anyone. Here's the Stand United onto Legit. They're gonna deliver the Shen. Good Shadow Dash onto Sutanri, followed up by the charm. Sutanri will be going down. Depth Charge not gonna be used in time. No range comes in. Brimstone takes some damage, but answers back with the Mantra Q. Double dose here as well. And now Kamina actually getting unloaded on by Tormented with a spray and pray, but here's the slicing Maelstrom barrier comes out from Tormented. And now Kamina running his way away. Tormented doesn't want to chase him through the minion wave.
Yeah, I think Tormented burned his flash there to try to get some distance between him and the Kinnan ult. Kinnan tried to close that gap as quick as he could. Barrier came out once Tormented got stuck in the ult, mitigating quite a bit of that burst damage and the damage he was going to take during the stun. And he wins out the trade. He has to retreat because of the minions, but wins out the trade.
And, I mean, 24 CS lead already for Tormented over Kamina. Thunder Buddies will look for the Mountain Drake. Legit is on the top side of the map, but he's coming in onto Iceman now. Iceman comes forward, but now he's got by the devastating charge. Can't Kill or Not. Doesn't have the Spirit Rush, so he can't get into the lead. Flashes, just barely misses the charm. Brimstone looking for the Mantra Q onto the dragon, but he doesn't secure it. There's the smite from Deranged to get it for Thunder Buddies, so they'll answer back with the dragon.
Yeah, Thunder Buddies a little bit down in gold overall, but picking up a Mountain Dragon is going to be huge for taking Barons and Towers during, you know, opportunities later in the game. Kill or Not, it's been a while since he's backed, if I'm not mistaken. He's been low in lane for a while.
Sutanri just shoving in onto Double Doe. Tormented his support nut here. He can't move up and try and get that CS. The Dark Dud and Kamina will jump on him.
Yeah, the Dark Dud's flash is up, and we know that he's willing to use that aggressively if the opportunity arises. I like that Sly Cooper skin.
Yeah. Legit is in the bottom lane, however. The Dark Dud goes for one of those aggressive flashes like we've seen Tormented.
I don't think he's going to do the aggressive flash without jungler support, but Legit is still waiting here. Alright, Iceman and Deranged are both coming towards the spot lane, shielded by... Well, they attacked that ward, so that might give away their position.
Yeah, if you have a control ward, you shouldn't attack the ward because
try to be sneaky.
Yeah, the ward is actually disabled, so like attacking it actually gives vision. Oh, the Dark Dud goes for the flash route one more time. Kamina goes in with a slicing maelstrom, stuns him up on the knockup, and there's the collateral damage from Deranged. The Kamina gets put into tower, and Brimstone will take the kill. Exhaust goes down into Deranged. Here comes the teleport from both top laners. Double Doe gets here first. There's a Shadow Dash onto Deranged. He flashes away. Will he go down? Dredgeline misses. The Dark Dud will pay the price because he has no flash once again. Brimstone running away, but Sutanri might be the one in trouble. He's out of mana. He can't even use the depth charge. In the end, it's a big trade in favor of Rift Turtles. Oh, Can't Kill or Not might be a little bit far forward here. Spirit or Blast cones his way out, and the Rift Turtles get priority onto this bottom lane tower.
I mean, that was... he didn't even... Double Doe didn't even...
Oh, Shadow Dash onto him. Iceman is taunted. Double Doe taking a lot of damage. The Unleashed Power used onto Legit, who will go down to the tower shot. And Sutanri, Deranged, takes a lot of damage. The Monster Q almost catches Iceman out the backside.
Man, they wanted to dive because they wanted to pick up the kills and pick up the first tower blood. But the dive doesn't go their way. And that's not only going to be some kills for the Thunder Buddies, but it's going to deny the first tower that... Rift Turtles were looking for.
Gotta keep in mind, Double Doe actually not able to tank up the tower very well because he doesn't have any armor yet. He's only got those magic resist items building towards the Spirit Root.
And I've mentioned it before, but Shin is actually one of the squishiest champions in the game by the base stats. You know, he's got that passive shield that he can spam to some extent, which gives him some tankiness, and, you know, he builds tanky, so building tanky with that... Oh, Dark Dud...
Oh, Brimstone going in. He's going to root up the Dark Dud.
Oh,
Stand United comes in, and Spray and Pray coming down. Dark Dud will go down.
Double Doe just keeps coming down to this bot lane. He's behind in CS, but it doesn't matter. He's 2-0-1. He's helping his bot lane stay ahead with these teleports and these ultimates. That was pretty well coordinated. Brimstone's like, hey, I'm going in on this guy. We can't kill him ourselves, but if you ult on me, we can.
I actually think they could have killed him. With
It looks like they might have been able to.
The Dark
but
God is so squishy, had no flash, no exhaust.
there's the
and
first turret.
tormented.
Deranged goes up to the top lane to help the Nautilus push down this tower. They know the enemy team doesn't have teleport. They see where all their members are. They're going to try and shove this down to get a response turret, but it's not first turret blood, so they're missing out on 350 gold?
Something like that.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, so they will get this tower. In the end, I think overall 2k gold lead afterwards. Yeah, about 2k in favor of the Rift Turtles.
There's always that little hidden value, you know, from a dragon. It doesn't give too much gold, but they can be valuable in the right situations.
Yeah, but the Rift Turtles, they've got 5 man stacked in this mid lane. We'll see how well the Dark God and Iceman can clear it out.
Decently well, enough to keep them away a little bit longer. Twitch's auto range without his ultimate isn't too exceptional, is it? I think it's pretty standard.
It's yeah. Less than a Caitlyn, I'll tell you that.
Pretty standard auto range, so without that ultimate going, he's not going to be able to get too much free damage on the tower.
Legit has opted, instead of rushing that Trinity Force, this is a lot of times what you do on Hecarim, he's gone for the Cinder Hulk and then into the Phage, just trying to get as many of those just straight tank stats as he can. Deranged has already started up the Rift Herald, gonna be assisted by 3 other members of his team. I don't know if Legit knows it's going on yet. Yeah, now he's gonna see it with the Scryer's Bloom. Will they contest it? The Redemption's gonna come down. Oh, Onslaught of Shadows in! The Redemption came down. Deranged is actually about to die! He's probably gonna go down here. Legit will pick it up. The Rift Herald over to Thunder Buddies, but they're getting massacred in the team fight. Sutan Ri is gonna go down, surrounded by the Rift Turtles. It's not gonna matter.
They get the Rift Herald, but they're going to really have to turn that into at least 2 towers because they just lost 4 members for 0, and they're probably going to lose this mid tower because of those respawn timers. Yep. That's pretty unfortunate. They really wanted that Rift Herald. Deranged got pretty low, though. Legit charges in. He gets exhausted, which saves Deranged's life for a little bit, but not enough.
Yeah, Legit actually, I'm surprised Legit survived quite as long as he did, because for about a second and a half there, he was 1v4. But his team able to collapse in, help him out, and they will get an Ocean Drake as well as that mid lane tower.
Oh, does it seem laggy?
It doesn't look.
I think during that team fight it looked a little bit laggy.
Maybe. Alright, but the Rift Turtles, Ocean Drake in answer, not quite as valuable as the Mountain on the side of Thunder Buddies, but they've got themselves 4.6k gold lead, and 4-1 and 2 Twitch.
Alright, they're looking to maybe respond with a mid tower here? Standing on a ward.
Yeah. Oh, Tormented just walks his way in through invisibility.
There's not much that can be worse than standing on a ward when you're trying to like bait a bush. You're either going to get collapsed on by an attack that is more organized than you expect because you think you're hidden, or they will just be like, all right, just let him sit there. We know exactly where one of their players is, and he's doing nothing of value.
Mm-hmm.
Can even play it, you could like walk near it so they don't think that, so they don't, catch on that they're there, but not close enough for them to do anything.
This
so then they just
masterful strats. They pretend it wasn't warded and it was warded.
But yeah, I would recommend never sitting in a bush unless you have very recently swept it, because it can be very devastating if you just sit in a bush that's warded. The other team might kind of make you think that they don't know you're there, and then all of a sudden you have 5 skill shots coming from the Fog of War into your bush, and you're like, no! How did they know? Feels bad.
See what Thunder Buddies are doing. They're gonna pop the Rift Herald in the mid lane, but here comes Legit into the back with the Stand United. Onslaught of Shadows in. The Iceman has to flash away. The Grasping Roots, or Stranglethorns rather, used to disengage the fight. Good redemption from a Brimstone rather, and they kill up Iceman and Sutan Ri.
There is just too much damage and too many shields. The Rift Heralds are not taking much damage from these fights, and all of the cooldowns got popped. If you look over to the right side of the screen, every single ultimate of the Thunder Buddies got burned during that fight, and they didn't even bring a single member of the enemy team below half, lost one of their own, and were all chunked to at least half.
Yeah.
The Ari's AoE was landing on quite a few. Same with Hecarim's AoE.
Like, with Legit and Tormented as ahead as they are, the Thunder Buddies are really having a rough time team fighting.
Yeah, Iceman and Sutonri had CS leads in the early game and still kind of have them, less so in Iceman's case. But they've just been losing more and more fights and objectives. There goes Teleport burned as well.
Teleport just wasted.
Yeah, 4 members top. They're maybe just looking to get some picks, push some waves, maybe start playing up near the Baron. It's now spawned. They're pretty ahead. They don't have the Mountain Drake like the Thunder Buddies do, but they can still probably take it pretty quickly. Well, their comp isn't really that great for taking it. Shin's okay as far as top laners go, but they don't have a spectacular Baron taking comp.
There's some interesting Grave spills that have been going around in higher elo play. After the Warrior enchant, more often than not, you don't go Phantom Dancer quite as much anymore, because it's kind of a, I don't know what the reasoning there, but you can go Blade of the Rune King because it's really actually quite good on Graves. You can go Black Cleaver because of that armor shred that you get and the inherent tank stats.
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure that every single one of his auto bolts applies a stack of the so with just an auto and a Q you can instantly apply
so in
stacks.
general, I mean, Phantom Dancer is a great item and it's a great item on Graves, but probably might need something else before you build that. Okay, so Can't Kill a Knot has the Morellonomicon. Looks like he's building towards his Luden's Echo with that needlessly large rod and that amplifying tome. Trinity Force finished off for Legit. I think he really ought to have finished Boots, but he's got a pretty decent power spike with the Trinity Force now. Definitely needs those Boots, but his engages have been really quite good. Tormented has his Blade of the Rune King as well as that Runon's Hurricane. He's going to be ripping through the Thunder Buddies. And Sutonri doesn't have Ninja Tabis yet, doesn't have a completed armor item. Legit looking for Deranged. He's going to find him with the Devastating Charge here. It expires, but that's a lot of damage with that Trinity Force onto Deranged. They back away. And the Rift Turtles take control of the red side jungle of Thunder Buddies. They might pace check in here. End of the line goes out.
Man, this Twitch pretty ahead right now. 5-1-3, most CS in the game.
Legit gets pulled in by the Dredge line, rooted in place, Deranged puts down the Thunder Lords. Oh, he onslaught shadows back into Deranged, gets blown up after the Monster Q. Tormented, 1v2ing in the bottom lane. He's gonna get Kamina and Dark Dot as well. It's a 1v2 in the bottom lane, and the Rift Turtles turn to Baron.
Alright, so that's pretty much the game. Not really. Yet, they still could do something to the throne, but my goodness, they have some substantial cold lead right now.
Oh, and Tormented cops out of invisibility. The Iceman is now in trouble. Misses the charm from the Can't Kill a Knot, but it doesn't matter. Spirit rushes forward, puts down a lot of damage, and they blow him up. The Rift Turtles focusing down the Baron.
Yeah, no, let us know if it's being a little bit laggy still, whether it's video or audio. We can try to fiddle with some settings and see if we can make it work a little bit better.
Yeah, but it looks like the Rift Turtles will pick up the Baron eventually here. There it goes.
Like I mentioned, they don't have their Fed AD carry here, and the rest of their team isn't that great at taking a Baron.
Probably would have been a good idea to have Tormented go and help you with that one. In the end, it doesn't matter. They will get the Baron, and as well as the second Ocean Drake for the Rift Turtles.
Man, that's going to make their siege very hard to stop. They're just gonna sit behind Baron minions with Ocean Drake. And, they don't have that much poke in their comp, but Brimstone's poke is pretty decent right now. I think that it's the new Eye of the Watchers thing. Is that what gives you the movement speed when you attack, or?
Either upgrade of. I mean, all you need is the Frost Fang. After you upgrade the Frost Fang, you can complete
through your
the quest.
Okay.
Yeah, so then after that, you can upgrade it to either the Eye or the Frost Queen's Claim.
Cool. Alright, well, here's some of those Baron minions. Waves are going to get cleared out pretty quickly by Brimstone as he shoves this up the mid lane. Tormented looks like he's just going to split push bot. He's fed enough that he can 2v1 most members of Thunder Buddies right now.
And this is really good for the Rift Turtles because Tormented, building towards that Infinity Edge, the only armor item on the side of Thunder Buddies is a chain vest on
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a Sunfire soon, but might be too little too late. Those Runon's bolts with the enhanced AD on Bork and an Infinity Edge are going to hit pretty hard. This Twitch in general is just going to hit pretty hard. Kamina's moving to the bot lane. Going to try to pick up some of the CS, but their jungle's getting invaded on the top side, legit stealing away a red buff. Even more sustained for him.
And I think lethality is significantly less effective now in general, and more so on Graves than anyone. So I think the range should really transition towards more of a bruiser
DPS bruiser
build with items like Maw, Death Stance, Black Cleaver. Oh, Onslaught of Shadows just pushes Iceman back in, and Iceman gets blown on. Tormented goes godlike. He's unloading with the spray and pray still as his team focuses down this tower. The Rift Turtles, they've got Baron. They've killed off the mid laner. That's majority of the wave clear on the side of Thunder Buddies.
Yeah, they're focusing down the plants as they pop up too. They've been hitting a lot of them pretty
And
quickly.
it looks like they will just be able to get the tower. They'll back away for safety. Tormented actually unloads a decent chunk of damage onto Sutan Ri. Second wave is going to pop up. They've still got Baron for a decent chunk of time. Thunder Buddies, no wave clear here. They're going to be able to take down the tower, no problem. Monster Q chunks Dark God. Redemption is going to top him up as they focus down the tower. It does go down. The inhib is next to fall. Legit jumps under the Dark God and focuses him down. Charm lands onto Sutan Ri, and now he has to flash away, but he's going to get rooted. He's going to go down anyway. The inhib goes down in favor of the Rift Turtles, and the Thunder Buddies are in dire straits. Deranged trying to do something in the bottom lane.
He is gonna it looks like he is actually gonna force some backs and a teleport. He's gonna have to back away though. He's not gonna get
out
the
from
turret.
Double Doe, but they lose the tower in the top lane in response. Rift Turtles focusing down more in the top lane. They've got Baron, 3 members with Baron versus 1 member without it, being stopped by other members of the Rift Turtles. Scout of the week, not even gonna find Tormented. The Rift Turtles gonna get the second inhib, basically uncontested. Thunder Buddies, nothing they can do.
That's a second inhibitor down. They're really just working this snowball that they started early in the game with legit ganks onto the Dark Dud, and Dark Dud's failed flash engage onto the enemy bot lane. Ever since then, they've used that flash being down for 2 free kills and have just kept snowballing Tormented since then. Like we mentioned, Iceman and Sutan Ri were ahead in their lanes by a decent bit, but Deranged on, Graves, more of a farmy kind of jungler, started farming but wasn't able to compensate the advantages that legit built in the bot lane as the game progressed.
He's just been getting jumped on by this Trinity Force Hecarim and blown up. I mean, Deranged has done a good job. He's got a significant farm advantage over legit, and he's reaching his item breakpoints faster than the enemy jungler, but that Trinity Force is really putting down a lot of damage.
There is static. I'm just gonna turn off the fan for one. For now, however. And then maybe over here. We made a couple small changes real quick, so hopefully that
Deranged jumps forward and has to flash away, gets the summoner heal out from Kamina.
Tormented is doing crazy damage right now. Most CS in the game, 914. It's gonna be tough.
The Redemption is gonna top off Tormented after he takes a little bit of harass.
Both teams just kind of hovering around this bot lane. Sutan Ri is trying to hold some minions back in the mid lane, but in the top lane,
legit goes in with the Onslaught of Shadows. He's got the Stand United on him. He's gonna pop up now.
Oh, Stand United gets interrupted by Nautilus.
Yeah, good interrupt. They will survive, but they lose their tower anyway. Thunder Buddies forced away. Monster Q comes out from Brimstone. Legit
man.
is so tanky. Good stuck out of the weak stun and Legit getting focused down. The Locket Shield comes out to keep him nice and safe. Double Doe now having to back away. Shadow dashes into onto Deranged, and Deranged is taking a lot of damage. Gets charmed to kill and not is on a killing spree.
Nice charm. That was pretty much a max range charm. Good shot by Can't Kill Him Not.
And now minions streaming in from the top and mid lanes. Suitonri's gonna land a dredge line onto Brimstone, who flashes his way out, but Iceman is recently just going down.
Iceman's been having trouble staying alive. Sendra's pretty immobile and he's not very ahead.
Oh,
So
Kamina flashes for the slicing Maelstrom, but it's not an AP. Kennen doesn't do that much damage, and he actually just dies.
yeah, Kamina got CC'd pretty hard, as well as 2 people flashed out of his ultimate, and they just destroyed him from a range. Tormented and Can't Kill Him Not doing a ton of damage on their carries. And that's
Tormented
gonna be
gets
the
a kill
first
on the
game.
backside. As,
Really? Oh, is that a 15k?
Yeah, 15k gold lead for
Yeah,
the
they-
Rift Turtles at the end.
The Rift Turtles did a really good job of snowballing. I mean, that's basically all that game was a nice, clean snowball. Didn't make a lot of mistakes to slow them down or shift the momentum.
The big thing, I think, was after the Dark Dud flashed for that Grasping Roots onto Deranged, they saw that opportunity, they punished the support, they got their AD carry fed, and then they just won team fights off of that. Hecarim and Twitch just pulling themselves ahead, and they were just able to
Even
pick
when
up
they
team
knew they
fight
couldn't
wins.
get to the Herald in time to steal it, they did have their whole team move up there. They knew that there were going to be, cooldowns, mana, health lower on the side of Thunder Buddies, and they knew they had a small advantage gold-wise, and they just took that fight head on. They cleaned up 4 of them, picked up a tower once those 4 were dead. It was good decision to go for that little fight at the Herald. Helps them get... And they were just they just got to the point where
That is not the right
they just got to the point where the Thunder Buddies couldn't do anything.
Yep. So that will be game 1 going over to the Rift Turtles. We're gonna take a short break between games, and we'll get back to you with game 2 of this series between Thunder Buddies for Life and Oklahoma Rift Turtles.
Yep.
Thanks guys for watching, and see you in just a few.